Tony, this would have been a big win no matter what, but to do it coming off of 3 straight losses, what does it mean for the program heading into this final stretch?
Oh, I mean, we knew that we got 4 left, and we believe that we can compete in all 4 of them, but we can only do it one at a time. So just super proud of how everybody responded within the program over the last 2 weeks, and it was a lot of just reflecting and looking in the mirror and making a decision on how we wanted to finish out. So just super proud of this football team and this staff and everybody that supports us of how we handled the bye week, and we believe that we can win any game that we play, and so it's just good for these guys to come out and play well, find a way to win in an environment like this on the road.
Yeah, did you guys see something in the field goal where you thought Jonas could get off the edge and get a block against Saul? And then just what'd you make of Jonas?
Yeah, I mean, so the way that I watch film, the first thing that I'm going to watch is always going to be the field goal block team. Right, and the reason that I do that is because we say that's the culture of our team. Because you think about, the field goal block team. A lot of times when they go out there, it's after points have already been scored, and it's the next play, or they've gotten a 3rd down stop and now they got to go play the next play. And so I've been really, harping on, man, it's all about effort, right? So not so much a schematic thing versus Pitt, but just it's all about effort and want to and toughness on that team. So super proud of Jonas being able to find a way to get his hand on the ball, and I thought he played a really good football game. But that's what he's been doing all year. I mean, that's just Jonas being Jonas, and I'm glad he's on our team.
To win a game like that, do you need an effort from a star player?
Oh yeah.
When you're in a situation like that, it's threatening to go out.
Oh, no doubt. To win, ACC games, doesn't matter if they're top 25, home or away. You need your best players to play their best, right? So the old saying goes, big time players make big time plays in big time games, right? So in order for you to win consistently at a high level, your best players, got to play their best consistently.
On the other side, Xavier Brown.
Yeah.
Had a good game, sparked offense, got him in early. How big was his performance, and just the improvements you've seen from him?
Yeah, I mean, we all know how electric he can be. It's just a function of staying healthy, being out there, being productive, and that's what you saw tonight, man. He ran hard, he ran through some tackles, and but it was he and the offensive line. Right, because we knew that structurally, defensively, with what they run, they're built to stop the run. They're going to have 7 if you got 6. They're going to have 9 if you got 7, right? So they're always going to be 2 unblocked guys or 1 unblocked guy, and you got to run through it. But I thought our offensive line gave him enough creases, him and Kobe, right, to be able to get going. And I thought Dez and the offensive staff did a good job, just really looking at the run game, seeing if there's a couple things that we could tweak and get better at to give us a better opportunity to be more consistent, because to be successful versus that defensive structure, you got to stay ahead of the chains. And so when we were able to stay ahead of the chains, we could be aggressive, we could get to some more of the shots. And when we weren't ahead of the chains, you saw what happened, man. They get their 3rd down packages in there, and man, they may not get to the quarterback, but they're going to disrupt the quarterback, and they're not going to let you sit back in the pocket and throw the ball down the field.
Corey Thomas had that unfortunate pass interference
Yeah.
early in the game, then he gets knocked out of the game a little bit, comes back in for a Pittsburgh guy to kind of seal the game with that interception.
Right. So it's epitome. It's kind of the epitome of the town that he's from. Just tough and blue collar and a worker. And he was close on another interception earlier in the game. And I told him, "Hey, you're gonna get the next one." He came running off, looking at his hands like I was this close. I said, "You'll get the next one." And sure enough, he did. And just super proud of him because I challenge him, a lot because I see so much potential, in the young man. But he's also had to be very sacrificial too, right? Because he's had to move from where he started the season, which is probably his natural position, to back deeper in the secondary on the hash because Clary is, Clary's down. So just proud of how he's just responded, and he comes to work every single day, and it's only fitting that he has the interception that kind of seals the game for us here in his hometown.
We don't ask you much about Bedridge, but
yeah,
he's pretty reliable in his range. That kick pushes it from
that's right.
to makes it a
Yeah.
can't beat you on a field goal.
Because we were in a situation there too. As we were driving, the analytics are going to tell you to go for it, right? They're going to tell you to go for it in that situation. But as I was looking at it, I said, look, we got Bettridge, man. We need to go up by 5, right? We need to put the game in the defense's hands. Make it a 5-point game. They got to have a touchdown to beat us. I thought the defense had been playing well. So when you got a guy right there, you can go with your gut, as opposed to maybe what the book says. And just when he goes out there, you feel like you got a good shot at coming away with points.
You guys started Terrell Jones at defensive end.
Yeah, I was hoping that y'all didn't catch that. No, that was actually it is unfortunate, right? So here's what happens. I got rules that if you're late to a meeting, and unfortunately, and I feel bad for Chico, right? Because his car got towed, right? His car got towed the night before, right? His car got towed the night before, and so he didn't realize it till the morning. We with us traveling to get on the road, we started all of our work early, so in order for him to get his car back, he wasn't able to get back for the start of our first meeting. So we talked about it, and I said, look, Chico, I'm not mad at you, but I got a rule, right? If you're Friday or Saturday, if you're late to a meeting or you're late to a meal, right? Because again, that's the start of our business trip, and so that's all that was. So it was nothing other than like a small technicality, but it all worked out.
You guys got more pressure tonight than
Yeah.
the last couple of games. What did you see there?
Well, just man, been challenging the guys too. Like I've been really challenging the guys and to really improve precision on the timing of our twists, and we got to go. And we knew we were going to play some different coverage structures on the back end, which is a little bit different. That we were going to play a little bit more 2 safety look versus the quarterback in their offense. So we had to get pressure with 4. Right, and so they really accepted the challenge, and then we were able to, keep them behind the chains a little bit. And so when we were able to do that, we were able to get more of our speed package, on the field, and get our 4 fastest pass rushers, on the field. And every once in a while, you're going to create a matchup advantage on some of those interior guys when you have a faster pass rusher on the interior.
You always talk about coming out quick in the halftime break. The third quarter, I think, is one of the best third quarters overall.
Yeah, but we missed that opening drive, right? I wanted to come out even a little bit faster, but and that's something we talked about too. Like we talk about a fast start. The middle 8 we've been struggling a little bit, and then the fourth quarter, and so really just transitioning from we got to stop saying the middle 8, and we got to make that a mentality, just like we make the fourth quarter a mentality, just like we make getting off to a fast start mentality. So every aspect of the game, every phase of the game, it's got to be a mentality, not just something that we say. And I thought the guys took some ownership. And then we tweaked the practice schedule a little bit and moved some more of the competitive stuff to right after our quick little break in the middle of practice, just to kind of simulate coming out of halftime and having to start fast.
Coach, the decision there to go for it again on 4th down, they had to play that where there was no play.
Yeah.
Some coaches might go, we didn't get a lot of push there, maybe we should kick. What went into the decision to kind of go for it again?
Yeah. We feel like we've done a good job with that package, and more times than not, it's been successful for us. And so we also knew we had a little bit of a change up, because it was a different play call than what we ran. And so we felt like we were going to check it. If we got the similar look that we had to the previous play, we felt like we can get the ball off tackle, and we were going to go with that. If not, probably was going to call a timeout there and kick it.
When that first drive against North Carolina kind of went awry,
Yeah.
and you end up with a field goal, the guys
Yeah.
didn't respond to that the way you wanted. Tonight, that drive ends with an interception, but they come back, get a touchdown later in the half. Is that a sign of growth?
Yeah,
of the offense and the team, do you think?
I believe so, and I think it's just a reflection of how we approached the bye week, that we had to reset and recommit, right? And if you notice, you go back early in the season, we came back from 2-digit or double-digit fourth-quarter deficits to win games, right? And that was really a function of belief, right, and focusing on the next play. And we recommitted to that, to be able to say, you know what, there's going to be some adversity, and we knew that this was going to be a heavyweight fight, man. There's going to be some momentum changes, and all we need to do is focus one play at a time and believe that in the end we're going to make enough plays to win the game. And so the guys responded well.
Into the end zone,
Right.
running backs. I know that's something you guys really wanted to do.
That's right.
What'd you see there with X and Kobe and the O-line?
Yeah, I just it was a want to. You know, it was a want to and discipline and you know, positive pad level and giving our guys, you know, once we get the backs an opportunity to get started, right, they got a good chance to build up some momentum. And then we also had a kind of an unbalanced look, you know, that we were able to do off of tempo, something that we've been working on. So a little bit of scheme, but a lot more want to from the OL and the backs.
Chris Tyree
Yeah.
had some big plays.
He did.
It was unfortunate some of his plays got canceled out, but this time he actually stuck and
Yeah.
got some momentum.
Yeah, so and Dre made some big plays too. You know, Dre made a couple big catches early on, and so we need those guys to step up. And we kind of joke with Tyree because I think he had a punt return for a touchdown. You know, last time he was here. So I said he waits till Pitt to really get rolling. But we needed those plays, and we had some more stuff game plan wise. But again, I thought they did a good job defensively, right? And you could tell that they were going to box AC in, right? They were not going to let him get on the perimeter, and then they were going to get their ends up the field and try to get into the throwing lanes to keep the ball because, again, they know their defense. They've been running it. As I was talking to Coach Narduzi before the game, they've been running it since 2003, right? So he knows where the strengths and weaknesses are and where people are going to attack him. So I thought they did a good job of taking away some of the things that we had planned to try and get to the perimeter and also down the field because we were going to need a little bit of extra time. We were going to have to move the pocket a little bit, and their ends were doing a good job of boxing us in. So we had to go to the run game, and then we had to go to some of our more true just quick game and drop back.